Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. It's Roxanne. It's Fry's channeling. Thanks again all for tuning in. And let's see, Q&A a couple weeks from now, I think. Yeah, last Wednesday of the month, sometime a couple weeks from now, whatever that is. So a few people start sending questions in. You can start sending them in at your leisure. And whatever that last Wednesday day is of the month is when we'll do the first part, and the second part is always on the following Friday. So thanks once again for tuning in, and let's get busy. All right, here we go. Greetings once again to the collective. Ocyphius here. We bid you a good day. Understand this: you have an architect. All humanity has an architect. All of Akashica has an architect. Your universe. See, all ideas spawn from an idea in the now, and all ideas in the now become more of itself in the ideology of the subjective universes you all are. In the idea of humanity, we have an architect here to speak. We will explain some things from his perspective of his joy. And maybe this will offering some, let's say, lessening the edges of your own dependency upon the idea of the outer world. Your world, truly. Stand by. I didn't create sound as an architect, but he's finding it, isn't he? I created the idea of the body. Greetings all, architect. It's a good enough name. We're going to get less and less with names because names aren't really important. Vibrations are. We want to understand ourselves in vibrations. So I'm going to give you an ideology, and this may be different than other truths in your now. Doesn't matter because this is my truth, so do what you will with it. That's the joy of being subjective. Now, you have a physical body, okay? It has an edge, okay? It goes beyond itself, however. But your dependencies on your senses, your eyes, touch, smell, and all the things that give you this structure of interpreting a physical reality, your own creation through the subjective universe of your eyes, you give yourself a physical means of that engagement called the human body. But there's more to it, right? Outside of the human body, there is another body, your emotional body. Now that emotional body has senses that are feeling, they're vibratory, and you have ways to translate them. It's like you're walking by someone and you go, yeah, like, what the hell was that? You know, you're in a bar maybe, and you just feel something, and you're just in no explanation for it. Well, that's the two idea of emotional bodies becoming aligned with each other in that co-created physical moment to interpret different idea frequencies within and how it reaches inside and goes all the way down to the physical mind and gives that vibration, and then it's all up to the perceiving you, your filters, your perception. Awesome. So in that idea of that emotional body lies the senses of intuition, lies the senses of, let's say, telepathy, whatever you guys call it now. You have a whole bunch of different ways to decorate. It's the same thing. So you have that body that knows itself and knows when the physical body is ailing and knows when the physical body is pretending to ail through the systems of you, your filters. Let's say pity. You need an identity field of illness. So you have the body that gives itself a physical illusion of being ill because you can't deal with something in your own identity, your own self-worth that's you keep compacting. You take that vibration of I want to do this but I'm not allowed, and if I do this will happen. So you take all of the possibilities and all of the things you're not allowed to, and you bunch them up in this idea of this emotional idea, state of body, and you crunch them into your physical awareness, which means a fucking lot. You crunch them into your physical conscious awareness, which goes into the physical body, hence disease. But your illnesses don't start out as that. Your body's perfect. I mastered the body. The body is the perfect machine. You guys know it, but you've killed it in that idea of deploying it into an idea of state over and over again with your beliefs. But the body regenerates itself every day, every now, And you would not die if you didn't believe in death. Okay, that's another class. If you guys want to play with that, come later. So, okay, so you take those beliefs, you crunch them up, and now that emotional body that contains the understanding of the bullshit you create within yourself, your intuition, your discernment vibration that says you're not ill, you want to be ill so you can have someone give you the pity for being ill. It's just being honest with yourself, okay? It's not wrong to seek pity. It's not wrong to feel that you need someone's attention, so you make up shit because you're so freaking disconnected because you're a master that chose this idea. Holy shit. So you chose that to get that. So have some compassion for yourself and don't kick yourself in the ass because you chose to be pitiful unto the self. You chose to be on drugs and make excuses that you have these diseases. And sometimes you buy into the diseases because the authorities said you have ADHD. The fuck you do. No one has ADHD until you, I have it. And then it becomes your vibration, and of course you create your reality. Your world is subjective. But I'm an architect. And I'll tell you this, your body's fucking perfect. Now, don't bring that shit to the table right now that I hear you all trumpet about. What about deformities? Choice, experience. What about autism? Choice, experience. What about this and that? Okay? If it's not you, then don't pay attention to it and try to wonder why that's happening, because it ain't your universe. Let people take their ride, enjoy their ride. Because that's when you'll get the bliss of your ride, because you're so damn concerned with other people's ride, you're not looking at your ride. Start paying attention to the self. Back to the bodies. Okay. So we constructed this beautiful body that doesn't have disease. It creates itself in dis-ease because your understanding of vibration and how you push yourself back away from the self of love. You push yourself literally. I don't deserve this idea, and I need this idea, so you compact this, and it just vibrates in your fucking body, and your body goes, disease, ailment, this. And a lot of it's just made up. So those are the understandings, and it's all within the scope of your reality conscious self. So therefore choose, is the point behind that. So that's your idea of this body. And then your emotional body that knows, it has sense, it has truth within it, but you're not allowed to trust that body because that body is not consciously seen, aware, known about, and it's something that maybe you need to work for. Maybe you need to figure it out. Maybe you need someone to activate it. Bullshit. You're the God here. Now, beyond that body is the idea of the light body. Now, the light body is contained and consists only in the idea of the physical realm where there is a light vibration. Okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be in a physical realm. And that idea of a third density in your awareness, what it needs to be is containing let's say a world or a universe or a reality, however you perceive it, as light. Okay? If it contains light, then the light body is present. All right. So let's look at this. Since you have a light body, you have that body that is transmutable through dimensions and densities, however you choose to call it. So what this means, this physical body that you have has an emotional body that is a perfect match in appearance and frequency and anything that you consist of in your mind to be is that. And then you have a light body that's the same. So if the light body can go anywhere that it contains light, so can you. This is an attribute of your DNA that your Lumerian mixmasters, we call them, did. They are epic splicers of DNA. And they created a body that has a light body that is transverse, transmutable, transcendent to the idea of other physical idea bodies that do not have or contain the ability within the DNA structure to take the body with you wherever you want to go. You have that. You don't know about it yet because your DNA is not all activated yet because of the level of awareness that you are. but it's still within you, and as you idealize, become more of yourself, and your natural frequency radiates through your physical body, and that pings off the frequency waves of your DNA. It says, DNA, wake up. And the DNA goes, I'm online. And you understand your own attributes and abilities as time moves forward in your own ascension, your own awakening, if you will. And then, of course, beyond that, there's a interdimensional body. That's an interdimensional body that travels with dimensions of no light. We use interdimensional, but that's a limited term, and we use light, and that's a limited term because they are only noticed in worlds or realities that create the idea of that. But interdimensional is, let's say, dimensional and non-dimensional. If you have a fathomable other place, then dimensions and non-dimensions, yet existence in non-dimensions, that body goes there as well. So the potential of the human being to remain a human being in any other facets instead of what you guys all think you're going to, the limitation of just a fourth density being, that's for the human species, but not for the human. The human species gets to play the fourth density and ascend the species. But whoever chooses to remain the human has the vessel to do so in whatever and wherever they would wish to go. Through the spiritual realms and all aspects of known of the spirituality realms, and the angelic realms with all aspects known of the angelic realms. And of course, any physical idea you can come up with. You have that, and it's this. This doesn't go away until you choose not to use it as an energy source, a validation, let's say, portal, a set of eyes, if you will, to experience a density. You make the choice. You. That's what's happening. So you have this idea, physical body. If you play with it in the idea of its love, it's perfect, it's allowable, you follow your heart, it speaks to you, it tells you the truth. Eat some starches, eat some sweets, eat some salt, drink this, don't eat that, go to the bathroom, go to sleep, get some more sleep, get up, stay awake, listen to the body, don't listen to the temperament of the status quo of humanity, being that you are a subjective universe and your body is your truth. You didn't give yourself a piece of shit vessel. You gave yourself a vessel that is extraordinary, that's never been explored as of yet. We know about it way over there. We know what it is in the future. We don't know how you got there, because we can't travel back through the billions of timelines that you are in that future. We don't have that kind of energy or resources or wants to know where it is going. We just know it's there. So now you get to explore where you get to take this unknown from this perspective that we all are. So release yourself from the tangible ideologies of what you're supposed to be and find out what you are. I'm here to tell you that I created a structure through my experience of third density, compression, sound, structure, gravity, food, nutrition, let's say regeneration of ideas, what you guys call cells. We call physical bodies just bodies, but you call them your cells. We gave you such a unique, perfect vessel, except you have images, or we call them in this conduit, identities, that beat the shit out of the body because it's not good, it's not pretty, and that's vibration. Or you say your body is a temple, and you contain it within the temple that you found through other people's belief systems, and therefore you don't listen to your own body because you can't be your own authority. You are relying upon another to be the authority for you, and therefore your body doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Or not right, Roxanne, what it can do. So the architect, us, this collective, gave you a perfect physical body. Look at yours. Don't be concerned about the world. Give you an emotional body that tells you everything that's going on in your reality. Vibrationally, co-creation, you know if you want to get on that fucking airplane, it's one of your exit points. But if your body says, maybe we don't want to ride on this one today, then don't. Trust you. Because maybe, unless you want to go home, that's up to you too. But you all know, the body knows when one of the exit points is available. The exit point is being death. Don't discount what you know. That body sings to you every day. That emotional body that carries all the constructs of the knowing of, let's say, within the band range that you do not find valid. your outer world right here in the physical world. The vibration. It also has the ability, yes, we'll talk that, Roxy. It also has the ability to change the frequency of the frequency of the physical awareness senses, the physical awareness senses, which is your eye, touch, sound, smell, this, and change the frequency so you can see the other realms that are within the realm of you, your physical idea. In other words, the earth that's right here that you can't see. It has that ability too, but that comes through the construct of allowance and allowing the DNA to come online and allowing the knowledge to be given. You've given yourself all knowledge. You just have to get to the time that it's there presentable to you with the frequency relationship in place, because you're not putting images in front of you. Say, oh, can't be possible. I have to do this. I have to do that. They said, and it's never me. It's never the I am. It's always you and them. Them, they. Not me. That's what you need to start seeing. So that body gives that emotional idea. It gives you the discernment of the body and the physical idea, nutrition, the health. Whether it's a Twinkie or a steak or a vegan meal, it doesn't fucking matter. Trust you. All right. So after that, you get the senses that can shift the senses here. Your physical senses can shift vibrationally when you allow that DNA structure. Then you can simply talk to the fairies that you don't see that they're there, hanging out with you every day. Once you're okay with that and there's no frequency of separation between you and that realm. And then of course your light body, which is a traveling body yet to be known on how it's going to, let's say, perform and that idea, which we know it's going to be exceptional, but in other words, perform in the way humanity has the beautiful way to take one thing and make it into something unexpected, unknown, unbeknownst, unlimited. So you have a new toy, a light body that we don't know how you're going to use it, but we're excited to watch it because it's so fucking cool what you do with the known things. You take things and you stretch them through a limitation to an unknown imagination. It's magical. And of course your interdimensional body, which is farther down the road. But we thought we'd give you this idea so you understand yourself in, let's say, causality. That's no causality, it's choice. And choice to be causality or victimization or pity from another, identities. Accepting the honest self in that pride to swallow it and know that you don't need to seek other people's validation for your own awareness, because awareness was already given and you are forever. So that's enough that you are blessed in that fashion forever. So understanding the selves that you are, the body that you have, the perfection that you've created for yourself, and the choice upon coming onto this ideal realm to ascend species, and now knowing that the human is not limited to the fourth density, because you came here unlimited to be limited, to be unlimited. So how can a limited being that's unlimited limit itself to a density of fourth? That's a choice. All right, guys, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Architect here. We'll bring back Big O. Exceptional. We bid you all a good day. Hi, guys. Excellent. Beautiful. Thanks once again for tuning in. Have fun with your bodies. I love you all. Bye.